Welcome to episode 7 of The Yard. Today's episode, we've taken a trip down to Oceanside, California. Now, Oceanside is about 45 minutes south of Huntington Beach if there's no traffic. Today we hit a little traffic. A big rig decided to hit the overpass, so it took about an hour and a half. Just like anywhere in Southern California, from Huntington Beach, you're about an hour away. But that all depends on traffic. If you hit traffic, what could be 45 minutes, it's going to take you a couple hours. So if you're not from here, that's kind of what we're dealing with. This place is like a throwback in time. You walk inside, there's an old 50s jukebox, stuffed deer on the wall. It's just a cool little vibe, and we're down here to see our friends, the Honkys. They're going to sing a song for us. We're going to talk a little bit to them.
I want you to love me. I want you to love me. It's too small.
Well, I've been waiting. I'm waiting.
Hello, dude.
Introduce yourselves.
We're from Huntington Beach.
I'm from Oceanside.
Me too.
I'm standing down here with 3 honkies. With me, I'm a honky too, making 4. When did you guys start?
1982.
1982. Wow, that's a long. You guys been friends for your whole life, or did you just meet in 82, or how'd it come together?
A little before that.
Yeah.
A little before that. So early high school,
Nice.
mid high school.
Actually, I met Brett because he went to a party on the Tiki boat. The Tiki boat in Balboa.
Okay. Where do you guys typically play? Is it down here in Oceanside, or is it just all over Southern California?
All over. Mostly not around here.
Who writes all the songs? Is it all original, or do you guys do it yourself? How does the music come into play?
Yeah, we all do it.
All 3 of you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So one of the
Brett's our band jokester, but he really doesn't understand what he's saying most of the time.
Man, I got a funny story for you. You faced on MySpace a couple years ago. That's where all the bands were at. And at my office, there's this guy that I work with. His name's John. I'm going to give you a shout out, Slockbauer. But we would play, I turned him on to the Honkys. So we would put on the MySpace player and put on Diggin' all the time. So me and him be dancing around the office, digging, 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 digging. And it was just stupid nuts. 6 in the morning, a couple construction guys singing the Honkys in our office. So John, I just had to tell that story because it was fucking funny. And he was pretty stoked that I was coming down here to see you.
Nice.
tell them
Right on, John.
So say hi to John Slockbauer.
Hey, from the Honkys.
Slockbauer.
Slockbauer. You're honkified, boy. Son.
Play my favorite song that they do. It's a song called Diggin'. So here you go, the Honkys from Oceanside, California, called Diggin' In. Hope you enjoy it. Again, we're down here in Oceanside. I'm hanging with the Honkys, and I want to thank all you guys for taking your time out of your recording studio, your recording session, and letting me do my stupid little thing that I do.
Right on.
And I really appreciate it.
Really cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thunderbird Studios.
Thunderbird. Thomas Yearsley from the Paladins put this together. It's an analog studio, and he's doing a lot of good, and things are really happening cool. And
I'm here again in Oceanside, California, at Thunderbird Analog Studios, and I'm here with Thomas, who runs the place. How you doing, Thomas?
I'm doing
It's
well.
really
thanks.
good to meet you.
Good to be on your show.
You were also in the Paladins, am I
Yes, that's
correct in
right.
that? Awesome. So you toured all around the world with all the cool bands and all
That's
that
right.
good stuff?
For
Nice.
about 30 years.
30 years, wow. And what happened to the Paladins? How come they're not together anymore?
Well, I started doing this as audio engineering, and Dave split off and started to do soul music, but we're still play once in a while. If the gig is a big one, we'll go to it.
Nice.
But we used to just travel all the time.
Yeah, you're one of the hardest working bands in the 80s and the 90s. Said you logged over 1 million miles.
Yeah, that was by the mid-90s.
By
It
the
was
mid-90s.
we hit 1 million miles.
That's crazy.
And that's ground miles, not air miles.
Yeah. And what was your favorite place to play in the world?
Holland. I love Holland. Austin, Texas, of course.
Mhm.
Also Australia.
Oh,
A lot of Europe. Norway was our first European country that had us come over, and then from there, the word kind of spread, and we started to play down in Sweden and Holland and France and Germany, and that
Wow.
was always very exciting.
It sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was.
It really does.
Yeah, it was a very good time, and when we get asked to go back, I always look forward to it.
I'll bet you do. Now, who else have you recorded here besides the Honkys? Who are some of the acts
Well,
and bands that have played here?
I had last night. I had Greg Davis of Blood on the Saddle. I'm making their new record. It should be out pretty soon. We're just putting the finishing touches on it. The legendary cowpunk band Blood on the Saddle.
Blood on the Saddle.
And then earlier yesterday, I was working with David J., who's famous for his music of Bauhaus
Uh-huh.
and Love and Rockets,
Wow.
among other things. I'm also working on the newest Candy Cane album.
Wow.
That's a blues album. We're going to do a blues album with her, and then
Nothing wrong with booze.
blues.
Blues.
And then country. We're going to do a country record, a long-awaited country record. She started as a country artist, and now it's time for her to record all those songs that she wrote way back in the 80s.
That's awesome.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
All kinds of great stuff. Young
Or somebody like The Yard comes in.
or somebody like you. Yes.
Comes in and well, great. I really appreciate you taking the time to
Oh, yeah.
let me come in, let all
My
the friends
pleasure.
and fans
Yeah.
of The Yard come in
Well,
and
thanks.
see what's going on down here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Oceanside, California.
Oceanside, California. This is some old school stuff with a legend in music right here in the Paladins. Again, if you haven't heard of the Paladins, check them out. They have toured the world, 1 million miles of driving and touring and played everywhere.
And also we made a bunch of great records with
Bunch of
some,
great
with some
records.
fantastic.
You have about 7
producers.
albums out, don't you? Is it 7?
It's more 9 or 10 now.
9 or 10, okay.
Place for me to be in where music is born all in
If
an
these,
evening,
if these
really.
walls could talk, how awesome would it be to come to some of these older studios with musicians that have been around for a long time, and the stories these guys have, to me, fascinates me. And I hope you guys enjoy what I'm trying to do here with The Yard. Just show you a little bit of local flavor, a little bit of the small guy that's just doing amazing, awesome things. And that's what this show is all about. I'm not saying I'm amazing or awesome. We all know I'm awesome, but maybe not amazing. but I want to show you some cool people that I know that I think you would like to meet and hear some of their stories, because it's incredible, some of the stuff that's happening in your own neighborhood. Like I always say, no matter where you're at, go to that local pub, go to that local bar, and check out that little blues band. Check out that old country guy. The stuff that they're doing is just incredible. Now, some of it's going to suck. We've all seen shitty bands. But you know what? There's amazing talent all around this world, and it's out there for us to listen to and enjoy and suck up. So again, I want to thank you for letting me come to your place.
Thank you, man.
And
It's really my pleasure.
It's my pleasure too. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Cheers.